It's the Eagles and the Falcons under the lights on Thursday night.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Got him in. It's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. Oh, the option to give to Swift here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the 1st time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability. And the production, off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ridder here on 3rd and 2. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Boy, as we look down on the field, you can just see how a play like that changes momentum. Look, one side hooting and hollering, getting the big block, and the other side obviously dejected.
And since you mentioned momentum, few plays can change momentum as quickly as a blocked field goal. Big-time play there. Now see if they can capitalize on it and turn the fortunes in their direction.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Second down throw coming for Ridder. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ridder.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the line. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Ritter now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Sidney Brown with it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
First down 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. First down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll whirl it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from a yard out. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Ritter. And he will find his man, Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Desmond Ritter and the Atlanta offense set to go once more. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Curtis Samuel. 75 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to
17-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now he's into the clear again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Ritter back to throw.
Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one deep for London. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And now another one thrown incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
On for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that will be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down. Scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st down, Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run right here with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This is Swift on the counter. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
First down, Philadelphia.
On the option to give to Swift here.
There's the stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The 8-yard line.
Here's Swift.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Swift not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Throwing is Hurts.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here now come the Falcons.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 24. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 48-yard line.
Well, two-parter tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and